YouTube, what's going on? It's professional Madden player T Davis, and welcome to another free mini scheme here on the YouTube channel. We're breaking down 32 NFL team playbooks, going over the 5 best money plays in each playbook. I think you guys are going to really enjoy today's video. It's going to help you guys improve a lot when it comes to getting better at competitive Madden. Make sure you guys subscribe here to the channel on YouTube for the best pro player tips, gameplays, ebooks, and much more. Check out my coaching sessions down below as well. We have 30-minute and 60-minute sessions if you want to improve as a Madden player. I also have a defensive ebook available, my multiple playbook defensive ebook. We have 80 minutes worth of run scheme, defensive scheme, how to build a scheme in general. We have some great blitzes in the ebook as well, so definitely check that stuff out. I stream on Twitch as well. You can check out all my social medias, all my links in the description below. Definitely check all that stuff out in the links in the description below. That's it for the intro, guys. Let's get into today's video. YouTube, what's going on? Your boy is back, and today we're looking at the Seattle Seahawks offensive playbook in Madden 21. This is a really good playbook in the game, one of the best in my opinion. It's very balanced if you want to be a runner or a passer, but I love their shotguns. They have some of the best bunch and bunch tight end formations in the game. They have some good trip sets. I think really Seattle is a top 5 offensive playbook in Madden 21, so I know you guys are going to enjoy this. We're going over the 5 money plays here in this playbook. We're going to try to keep it a little bit balanced. To me, I like to break down more passes, obviously, because running is relatively easy. But we'll start it off with some nice runs, and they do have some good under center formations. You know, we're looking at things like I-form tight, I-form wing, strong H slot, strong H wing. They have some decent single backs to run the ball as well out of. But I'm going to look at the strong H wing, and we're just going to have a quick little mini scheme here when we're taking a look at the power, the stretch, and the dive. I also like this play, where is it, F-trail. Very good pass play as well. If you want to pass, PA post shot is really good. So if you guys do want to pass the ball, you can definitely mix those in. But we're going to just break down the run scheme here. The stretch alert is one of the best runs in the game out of the strong H wing. As you can see, we can kind of get to the outside quickly. Stretch has been one of the best runs in Madden the last few years. So make sure you guys are definitely mixing in this strong H wing. And I like to take a look at the box, see what I have in the, as far as the numbers go. So like for something like this, you know, the defense is spread out a little bit wider, so I'd probably go down to a halfback dive, you know, audible down. You see Aaron Donald just absolutely destroy me right there. But you got the dive, and then I also like this little power alert. Like something versus this, though, they're a little more compressed. I'd probably just go with the stretch and try to take it to the outside there, pick up a couple yards, and sometimes you can turn those stretches into big plays. Go ahead and let's go to the power this time. We're going to go to the power alert. I like the power O's this year in Madden. They're very effective because you can take them outside, you can take them up the middle. Kind of just have to have a little bit of patience when it comes to the run game. Now let's go to the stretch again. You can even do something like this as well. We can throw that quick little RPO slant, which is very underrated. You know, a lot of people don't utilize that, but it can be very effective. And one more time here, we'll go to the stretch, try to get to the outside, pick up about 6 yards. So very good run. Like I said, out of these, you can mix them up. Go to the dive, the power, the stretch. Mix them up within your offense. Audible around. You can mix in some of the pass plays, but definitely utilize the strong H wing here in the Seattle playbook. Alright guys, now we're going to take a look at the gun bunch, and this Seattle gun bunch is one of the best in the game. You know, taking a look at plays like Z-spot and go, bench pivot, bunch trail, mesh spot, tight end hook, inside cross, verticals, flood, mesh post. They got this cool little read option, which is actually one of the best runs in the game. The play I want to take a look at, though, is clear out, SE out, and this play is just super effective, especially if you have route chems. It's going to make this play absolute money. You can put the tight end on a corner route. You know, I like to smart route. What I like to do is smart route the tight end here, so he runs a little bit sharper on that post. Now, for something like Tampa 2, cover 2, you can kind of motion this guy out, and sometimes you're able to maybe thread the needle there to the outside on that fade route. Now, let me actually move the hash marks a little bit here so we have more room to try to throw that fade to the outside. So, for example, I'd probably streak the slot receiver to get that inside, to get the safety to maybe bite on the inside receiver. You motion this guy out like this. Sometimes you can kind of wait, and hit that with a pass to the outside versus the Tampa 2 like that. You see that we can turn that into a huge play down the sidelines. So I love that to do that versus the Tampa 2. You don't have to motion them out. You can kind of keep them there. Like I said, if it's cover 3, you can put R1 on a corner route if you have the route chem ability. Obviously, I don't here in reg, so I'd probably put them on a smart routed out route. And it creates like a flood concept over there to the right side, and then you can just check down the little drag underneath. So that's a setup I like to do. But the money route, like I said, is this tight end post route, so I'm going to go ahead and smart route that, drag my solo receiver like that, and it's going to look like this, if they'll let me show it. So you can see here we have the out route from the slot, then the backside drag. So we have kind of a high-low read here with the slot and the post. This time the post gets wide open over the middle of the field. Now, one other thing that I like to do with the setup is utilize a little bit of motion, right? So something I would do is maybe go like this. I put circle on a little flat. I'm going to motion over that slant. So now we have a slant post combo across the middle of the field like that. Let's see what we have. I like to low pass these slants over the middle for an easy completion. So clear out, one of the best plays in the game by far out of this gun bunch formation. Alright guys, now we're going to look at the bunch tight end. It wouldn't be right if I didn't utilize the bunch tight end here in the Seattle playbook. One of the best formations in the game. It has plays like X spot, inside zone, stick, curl flat corner, inside switch, which I love. But of course, we're going to look at PA boot over. You can run this versus any defense in the game. I'm going to go ahead and move it over to the middle of the field. Now the easiest setup in the game, of course, is just to go ahead and put your tight end on a delay fade like that. If they'll let me show the play. Put your tight end on a delay fade like that. Go ahead and hike it. I like to cancel it, kind of roll out a little bit sometimes if I have escape artist. And as you see there, triangle getting wide open down the field to the sideline. So go ahead and do this setup one more time. I'm sure most of you guys know this setup already. It's one of the best in the game. We'll go ahead and roll out. This time I'm going to go ahead and release my tight end. And you see there, we can always possession catch that. This time we break the tackle. But this play really stresses the user over the middle field because the user's forced to the user defender is forced to choose: do I want to go out and guard that crossing route, or do I want to wait and hit my tight end on that delay fade? So when they come down to this crossing route, that's when we can wait, hit the delay fade. But it really stresses the user over the middle field. I'll do the setup one more time here. Roll out. Let's see. This time we're gonna go ahead and release our tight end again. You see right there, now he gets wide open over the middle, but we had a bad throw. So that's why they go to the crossing route. We can wait for the tight end delay fade. Now, another setup I like to do here is tight end on delay fade again, but this time I'm going to go ahead and motion circle to the right and put him on a slant. So now we have the slant post or the slant crosser combo, which is one of the best in the game. As you see there, it just absolutely torches that man coverage. So now we're really stressing the user over the middle field because they got to choose: do they want to guard the slant, or do they want to guard the crossing route from triangle in the slot? So that really stresses the user over the middle field. Like I said, just kind of wait for them to choose one. You can even playmaker that up at the last second if there's nothing open. That's kind of a bad read, though. I probably had triangle on the crosser. I just made a bad read there. So I'll do that. I'll do that setup one more time, and then we'll get into one other setup that I like. This play is just so good. You can run it a million different ways because of how effective it is. This time we're going to go ahead and roll out right, and I have the crosser wide open. I also have the tight end if I released him. So this play is just super effective. Now, one other setup I like to do is I'm going to go ahead and put my tight end on delay fade again. This time I'm going to put circle on a flat. I'm going to put square on a curl. Right, I'm going to motion him out to the left. So I like this setup a lot because if they want to go guard the crosser, we can just wait for our curler out to sit down. Now you do want that bunch on the wide side of the field, so I'm going to go ahead and move this over to the hash marks again. You want that curl on the wide side to give it a little bit more space. As you see there, I tried to thread the needle. It wasn't the best decision. Motion out the curl like this. If they go, look, this time we have the crosser wide open. I just had to throw that. But a lot of times, of course, the user is going to run to go guard that. That's when we're going to have this curl route. Let's see if I can get it to him this time. And we should have it here with the low pass. You always want to low pass those curls. I did another video on my channel breaking down how to low pass these curl routes. One of the best routes in the game. So that's it for the bunch tight end, guys. PA boot over, one of the best plays in the game. Let's jump to the next one. Alright guys, now let's take a look at this trips tight end offset formation. This formation makes this playbook so good as well. Of course, we have the PA crossers. We have read option. We have the RPO alert bubble. We have the fake screen wheel. We have just an inside zone, which of course is good. Level sail, which as you guys probably see all the time on Weekend League and Mutt. Level sail. All the bums run it. Everyone's running level sail all the time. So easy to do. X under is a really good play. We have the RPO trap alert bubble, which I love. Such a good play. Flood is really good. Tight end and of course slip screens I love this year. So this formation is absolutely stacked. But the play I want to look at is this RPO buck alert bubble. This is actually one of the best runs in the game. It came onto the scene pretty prominently here at the end of the year. But when you hand it off, look at all that space we have to the outside. It's just one of the best runs in the game, right? Because for some reason they get like a little delayed kind of animation. The defense doesn't always react to it, and you're able to get to the outside there. And you can even cut it in sometimes if you want. But the beautiful thing about it is if they do start to, kind of stack the box over there, they really want to get over there, that's when all you got to do is just check it out to our bubble man out there on the left side. And usually we have the numbers. You want to kind of read the box, of course, see if you have the numbers. So like here, I probably wouldn't throw it. Versus this, I'm just going to hand the ball off to my running back. I should have a little bit of a seam to the outside. But if they don't have anything stacked over there on the left side, if they don't have anyone directly over him, then I can go ahead and throw it over there. Well, this time, again, I'll probably hand it off because we have the numbers to the right side. I'm only able to pick up about 4 yards there. But you're not usually going to lose yards on this play just because you can make the right decision, whether you want to run it or throw it out. This time I throw it out. My guy, Metcalf, out there just did not hold the block. We did have the number, so I think that was the right decision. But, of course, we couldn't get the block. This time we'll throw it out there, and we are able to get the block. We pick up an easy 8 to 9 yards. So that's what I'm saying over there. If you have the numbers with the blocks, the blockers. So, once again, look like I have the numbers over there. I'm going to go ahead and throw that out there. I do have the numbers. I only pick up about 4 or 5 yards, but still, that's positive yards every time. You're never going to lose yardage on this play because it's very safe. This time I'm going to go ahead and just hand it off. Aaron Donald is just beasting right there. If this was happening in game, what you guys can do is go ahead and double team Aaron Donald like that. Usually does a little bit better job. Doesn't there though because he's just so good and the Seahawks O-line is so bad. We'll go ahead and try this one more time now. Let's see if we can get to the outside. Looks like we'll be able to pick up a nice little gain of about 12 to 15. So you really get to the outside on the edges. And when it comes to football, when it comes to Madden, you always want to get to the outsides, get to the sidelines where you have all that space to work with. And that's exactly what this play does. Alright guys, final play of this money scheme is going to be divide wheel out of the gun empty bunch. Now gun empty bunch is really effective as well. You can max protect out of it. We have the play curl flats, we have the QB draw, Z spot and go, regular Z spot, Y curl, vertical. So this play does have some great money plays. The play I want to take a look at though is divide wheel, right? And I'm going to run this versus a basic cover 3. I like this versus zone a little bit more. Now you can kind of run this play just stock. Honestly, I like to have it to the wide side, so I'm going to go ahead and move it over because you always want your bunch to the wide side usually, no matter what bunch formation you're running. So you can keep it set up like this. What I like to do though is streak square like that just to kind of get the zones out of the way for our slot tight end. I'm going to go ahead and put triangle on a drag. So now I have a high-low read with Lockett and Olsen. Right side here, I'm going to motion out this little out route like this. But sometimes, so what you're looking for, you can sometimes throw that out route to the sidelines. But a lot of times if the flat defender does go out, you're going to have your little running back on that little up and out route. With a low pass is what I like to throw. So once again, the flat goes out. We low pass inside right there to Carson. Always possession, catch that. Absolute money to the inside versus zone. No zones in the game can really guard that. They're going to have to start to use that, right? So we'll go ahead and we'll throw it one more time. You see the flat kind of jumps out, cuts to the inside, we throw it. So say they do start to, go over there and use that. That's when we look to the backside now for our other routes. If we can't throw this quick out route, we're going to look to the backside now. We have this drag coming across because they're forced to guard our inside route. So we're looking for that high-low, whether it be triangle or the crosser now coming across the other way. So let's go ahead and try to look for Olsen now if I can get a little time in the pocket here. See if we can wait. You see there now we get Olsen to the sideline. So we're not an ideal throw right there, but if you can even roll out to the left. Let me see if I can kind of roll out right here. I'm going to go ahead and double team. Because if you can get a little bit of time, you're going to have Olsen deep to the sidelines. If I just get a little bit of time, there it is right there. You see those crossing routes, absolute money to the sideline. So this play just absolutely shreds zone defense. Hope you guys enjoyed this 5-play money scheme. Make sure to comment, like this video, please. Helps me in the algorithm. Comment down below your thoughts. We're almost finished with all 32 team playbooks. Check out the channel if you want some other money plays on all the playbooks in Madden 21. Appreciate you guys' support, man. Please subscribe to the channel as well. Closing in on that 6,000 subscriber mark. It's been a blast, man. Until next time, your boy T Davis is out.